My project is plankton and seaweed and the influence they have on the planet and humans. When you think of plankton, you may not immediately think of the tiny organism. You may think of the little character from SpongeBob, but today we're talking about the marine organism. There are quite a few different types of plankton: phytoplankton, zooplankton, holoplankton, and meroplankton. Phytoplankton are plankton that generate energy by means of primary production, such as autotrophs and photosynthesis. Zooplankton are plankton that are heterotrophs, such as consumers. Some of the plankton spend their lives entirely spent in plankton form, and other times they spend it in different types of forms. Holoplankton's lives are entirely spent in the plankton form, such as diatoms, salps, krill, copepods, etc. Meroplankton only spend a small portion of their lives in the plankton form, such as larval forms of fish, mollusks, crustaceans, etc. Plankton are primary producers, which means that they acquire their energy from sunlight and materials from non-living sources. Zooplankton are considered consumers, which are living creatures that eat organisms from a different population. The four materials that influence photosynthesis growth are carbon dioxide, sunlight, nutrients, and water temperature. Plankton are unable to move around, so they must drift with currents. As you can see in the photo, these are bioluminescent plankton drifting with the current. Plankton thrive in the epiphyllaic since they cannot fight against the prevailing water currents. The epiphyllaic is the warmest portion of the water column, and it is the most well-lit. Phytoplankton are very important to the earth and to humans. They are responsible for 50% of the oxygen we breathe, and like plants, they require sunlight, carbon dioxide, and nutrients. Phytoplankton are the base of virtually every food web, and they make most other ocean life possible. Since they basically help create all of the ocean life, they are also responsible for the life above water, since we need the fish and organisms that live down there. The one main issue currently are greenhouse gas emissions and ocean acidification, as seen on the right. This is because they harm the creatures and pose a large threat to them. We need to help the ocean and reduce this issue so that the organisms that are essential can continue thriving and providing for us. Another piece of the ocean that has great potential to help humans while helping the environment would be seaweed. Giant kelp and seaweed are secondary consumers, which are organisms that eat primary consumers for energy. Seaweed is grown off the coast of Jianghuang County. The sun is what supplies the energy to drive the food web, and really the sun is what supplies energy to most organisms under the water. Seaweed is a popular snack, and nori seaweed is the type that is used to make the snacks. Currently, the seaweed demand is booming, and it is because it can be used for fuel. It can also be used as a meat substitute, since it's filled with umami, which can be used in many other meat substitutes. It can also be used in clothing, animal feeds, medicines, and lotions and soap, etc. Another factor is restorative ocean farming, which is being able to grow crops that breathe life back into the ocean. The blue-green economy is something that's working on ocean farming, and it can be used to fight climate change. Farming seaweed and being able to use it to make the environment a better place can reduce potent methane emissions. Methane emissions are mainly caused by cow burps or other grazing livestock, which is 70% of the greenhouse gases. By using seaweed to help the environment, it would reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and it would help many different life forms. Rising carbon dioxide levels, which are the leading cause of ocean acidification, can be mitigated by seaweed. In summary, plankton are very big contributors to human life and the life in the ocean. Seaweed can be used to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by creating seaweed farms. We need the little organisms in life because they turn out to be one of the most helpful. We truly need these small organisms because they are not only essential to life, but for the future of our world. If we continue heading down this path without using the resources that the earth has given us, then we will be in some real trouble. Thanks for listening.